I love wilderness canoe camping, but my spring and fall are already booked with trips. That's where this trip comes in. Summer canoeing and beach camping was on the agenda for this 8-day wilderness canoe trip adventure to Big Tom Wallace Lake in southwestern Nova Scotia. Unexpectedly, I found myself without a partner on this planned adventure, so I decided to immerse myself into the world of solo paddling in a typical sink or swim fashion. This was a week of birds, beavers, beautiful beach camping, blueberries, and lots of relaxation and reading. Come along with me for this summertime canoeing adventure that has made me reconsider my belief that summer is not the time for camping.
Hot. It's windy already this morning. It's Thursday morning. I'm meeting Aaron this morning. He's come back to camp for the night, back at the truck. I'm going to stay one more day and hopefully paddle a little bit on Little Tom, which is just on the other side of the road, kind of an up and over thing from Big Tom into Little Tom. Anyway, it's windy already. I'm afraid it's going to be a difficult paddle. And the weather says it's supposed to be windy for the next several days. Not even supposed to let up at night. And it was breezy last night, but the wind changed direction. So it's not coming down the lake, which would have been a nice strong tailwind. It's coming across kind of in my face. So as the lake turns, I think it's going to be side waves on my right side as I'm paddling down. Anyway, so I'm getting going early. It was about 6, it was only about 6:15, and I got up this morning. I didn't sleep real good last night. I was chilly, very exposed out there on the point, and it was windy all night, and yada yada. My sleeping bag is light. I've got some light stuff that I'm trying out because it's summer. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, no, it's been fun though. But I didn't sleep real good. But I don't feel too bad, so I guess I've had lots of naps and rested up, so I'm feeling all right. But I am a little worried about the paddle. If that wind continues to come up and it feels like it's slowly building. So I'm going to get rolling and get on the water as soon as I can to try to hopefully beat the strongest part of the wind. Goodbye, footprints.
After an amazing day on Sandbar Island, I headed east back to where I entered Big Tom Wallace. Even though I was on the water early, the wind was up good and the water was rolling already. Despite the wind, I handled the wave action with little trouble, further bolstering my confidence in solo paddling, as well as adding to the enjoyment of my trip. I was early, and I wasn't in any hurry. I paddled along the south shoreline and then swung north up towards a long cove on the northeastern part of the lake. In the mouth of the northeastern finger, there is a little rocky knob of an island. The lake was more shallow in this area, so I picked my way around the rocks, searched for a spot to land, and climbed out to explore the views from this little island. Have I mentioned that I love to climb up on the rocks and explore every vantage point? Well, I do, and I did. I could almost hear Aaron in the back of my mind scolding me to get back into the canoe and to keep paddling. After watching part 3 of my video series here on Big Tom Wallace, a local reached out to me to give me a little history of the area. Tom Wallace, the man the lakes were named after, was traversing the frozen lake one winter with 2 of his workhorses many years ago. While trying to get his horses and all his gear across the ice to make roads on the other side of the lake, they fell through the ice. Sadly, he didn't make it back out, and the lakes were named after him in his honor. In the northeastern corner of the lake was a good-sized island, basically in front of where the stream entered the lake. I beached the canoe and walked around the perimeter, taking it all in.
There's a disappointing absence of blueberries up at the other end of the lake. Now we're back down to the beginning. We're going to rectify that, I guess. I like blueberries. There's also deer tracks all over this island. And we're quite a ways from the shore. They must be swimming out to it. Crazy. The water's so low, there's beaches everywhere. Pretty nice. It's been a pretty good paddle. I'm almost back to the start of the lake. I've decided to explore a cove on the north side. More than a cove, it's like a finger that goes way up. So that's where I'm at. I'm at the top of the finger, and that's where the stream runs out right here. I believe it runs out or runs in, I'm not sure which. It's wide enough to paddle. I mean, I don't know anything about this lake, these water systems. There seems to be nothing online about this lake, so I feel like an explorer. Even though the four-wheelers came through on Tuesday night right next to the lake, I'm not that much of an explorer, I guess, but I feel like an explorer. I think that's all that matters. Anyway, I've had a great week. It's been pretty relaxing. Really been working on those skills. I had a couple days left, so. And it's still early in the morning. I'm trying to get up to beat the wind, and it was choppy on the big part of the lake. As soon as it narrowed in, it was really no problem. Actually, it turned to tailwind for most of the trip. Now it's going to be headwind going back to the landing. This end of the lake is some swampy. Man. Completely different than the other end. It's like two different lakes. This one's chock full of swampy island. The other end is wide and open and blue. Monster in those fantasy books I read. Monster from the deep. Maybe it's a dragon. Back to the beginning. Ooh, rough. There we are. No Aaron. He must be sleeping. Nah, he said he'd probably be either leaving at 10 or coming at 10. I'm good and early. Trying to beat the wind, which I'm not sure if I was successful or not. Yeah, it was a beautiful lake. A couple more days of adventure yet, though. Aaron has arrived. Car camping.
there's where my tent's going to be for the night. On Little Tom Wallace Lake. I think it's a sucky spot. Aaron's setting up. He's going to hang out with me tonight. Part of the day tomorrow. He's out in the woods, setting up his hammock in a gale. And not to disappoint, it's good and windy, just like it's supposed to be. White caps on Little Tom. I was going to go explore it. We'll see what the weather is like. I'm just going to hang around for the afternoon. And this is what Aaron is having for supper. Bacon and cheddar hamburger. This is the second one. He's already eaten one. With, you see, a cooler and a thing of mustard and a bun with ketchup and mayonnaise and stuff on it. That's what happens when you bring a Corolla to the camping party. I'm having turkey stroganoff. You can see it in the shot here. You can see, look. Got hamburger and turkey stroganoff. Mine was dehydrated and rehydrated. It didn't come out of the freezer. In fact, there's actually ice in this cooler too. Ice cold drinks. So it's time for supper.
That Abe was enjoying.
Yes, I was. Yeah, we got some banana bread. He brought some treats. Thanks, Aaron. Oh, yummy. I'm watching you. Don't make a mess. You pour that grease on you. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Nicely landed. This is where we kiss.
What happens in the woods
Stays in the woods. I say the stupidest things. Well, it's Friday morning. The wind actually died out last night. I slept really good. Not sure why. I was very warm. Very warm night. It was only supposed to go down 19 as a low. Heard a loon calling this morning, which Aaron and I saw out on the lake late yesterday evening around dusk. We sat up chatting until, well, basically dark, and it was a good day, just kind of hanging out. So he's heading back home today at some point around lunchtime maybe, and I'll finish out the last day here by myself. It's supposed to rain, heavy rain, starting this afternoon and heavy through the evening, and then clear off and be sunny. It's supposed to be windy all day again. I would like to get out in the canoe and explore Little Tom with it, but I'm not sure I want to fight the wind. I might. Maybe I'll go early tomorrow morning. Right now I'm waiting for Aaron to get up because my food is locked in his car. So there's no breakfast for me until he gets up and going, which is fine. It's early. I did a little bit of reading here this morning and started my third book that I brought, which I'm hoping to finish by the time I drive out tomorrow. It's just started, so it means I got 300 and some pages to read today if I'm going to do it. But you know, it's good to have goals. Anyway, we'll check in later on. Here's our campsite with a picnic table, which is surprisingly convenient. It's nice having none of that stuff, but there's Aaron down in the trees. There's and there's Yellow Canary Peak.
good night's sleep. For me anyway. You sleep good? Yeah. I heard you snoring. Apparently I was snoring. So I saved my egg hash brown and sausage scramble here for well, I guess tomorrow's my last morning, but Aaron and I are just sitting around chatting, so looks like it turned out pretty good. So I'm anxious to eat this as we carry on our relaxing morning.
I had a great visit with Aaron, but it was time for him to head back to real-life responsibilities. Late morning, he packed up his stuff and he headed for home. The wind was blowing quite strong, but I decided to put a counterweight in the canoe and head out on Little Tom to explore the lake. The lake is quite small, so I decided to head straight out against the wind to the island in the center to have a look there and then paddle around the perimeter of the lake. Little Tom Wallace overall was pretty shallow and rocky, especially along the edges. While I paddled, I scanned the shores for camps or possible areas for camping. I didn't see any signs of human life or any areas that looked very suitable for camping. I did find one fern-filled opening in the trees that the sun was filtering through at the time, but even that didn't look amazing from the water. All in all, it was a great paddle. I used the time constructively to test my new solo skills in the canoe on this paddle. I faced headwinds, side winds, and tailwinds as I paddled around the perimeter of the lake. I handled them all skillfully and with little trouble other than the unaccustomed fatigue. I believe that's a leech on the bottom of my canoe. I flipped the canoe up, and there he was, fast to the bottom. Now he's probably looking for my leg, but he can't find it. Just had a nice paddle out on Little Tom Wallace. It's quite windy. I was able to use the land to kind of get out of the wind quite a bit, and of course when I got right in the headwind it was pretty good. It was almost white caps when I hit it. The couple of the waves are just kind of breaking over the top. The sun has come out, it's windy, it's supposed to rain this afternoon. I haven't checked the forecast this morning. I do have a signal here, so I'm going to check it in a minute, but the rest of the day is just going to be a relaxation, and hopefully we can cook without getting soaked and have our cake later on. Have our cake and eat it too.
wild raspberries. The blackberries and raspberries are everywhere, especially the blackberries. They're not ripe yet. It's all through here. I'm only taking a few steps from the last time I filmed. I see raspberries over there. Took a little stroll out to, there used to be a gate blocking access into this lake. So I decided to go for a little stroll here this afternoon. As soon as I get away from the lake, the water, and the wind off it, man, it's warm today. I think it's supposed to be 28 degrees maybe. Feels every bit of it on this road. Anyway, it's a nice little stroll. Now I'm heading back to the campsite. There's either a fly or a wasp or a hornet that just has been spiraling around my head since I left the campsite. I think he likes me. We're gonna be best friends. There's the bridge over Tom Wallace Brook, I guess. So it flows this way from Little Tom Wallace, which you can just barely see through the stream, the trees rather. It's pretty dry. It is end of July, and it's been dry. There's the very bottom of the first cove of Big Tom Wallace. A little trickle running through there. And a little bit of blessed shade, because I am warm from my walk. Whew. Time to head back. Here we go, backcountry shepherd's pie. It looks amazing. Gravy, potatoes. Oh, terrible camera work trying to hold it with one hand. Ground beef, corn. Oh, it's gonna be good. Okay, here's something that Aaron, there's a little tip. If you're wanting to make the backcountry cake, which I'm going to do tonight here, celebration for the last night out, Aaron taught me a little trick to making the pan. And I just want to make sure you can see me here. And it's so simple, it's mind-boggling why I never thought of it. But what he told me to do is turn the pot that you're making your cake in upside down. Take your tin foil and form it around the bottom of the pot to get your shape. Right, and then you just need to make it a little bit smaller to fit on the inside. So I always spent all kinds of time fiddling and fooling with trying to make this thing, make this pot. And when you use the, make this pan rather for the cake, and I want to flip that out, not in. When you use the pot to do it, it takes way less time and creates a way better product. So there I go in almost
1 minute and 23 seconds, according to Mr. GoPro here. My only friend right now, because Aaron's left me all by myself, lonesome. You know, an hour, a minute and a half, I have my cake pan done. Where I used to fiddle with the cake, making the cake pan. It would take me sometimes 15 or 20 minutes to just fiddling and going back and forth and back and forth. Here's my rock. Should be all right. Make sure my lid fits on. Way to go. And we'll call that the Aaron method on how to make cake out in the woods. Fantastic idea. Thanks, Aaron, buddy. Weirdest thing happened about 10 minutes ago. All of a sudden, the wind just stopped, just like instantaneous. It just stopped. The lake calmed almost. It didn't get glassy or anything, but it calmed right down. And I got a gust of wind from the opposite direction hit me in the face because I was looking that way, and it hit me right in the face. And then kind of nothing still. Now the wind has kind of come back up and is gusting the way it was, in the direction it was before. But super weird. I did check the weather a couple hours ago, and the rain is supposed to come in. Again, it's supposed to be raining right now. It keeps getting pushed off and pushed off, so hard to say what will really happen. But I got my cake cooking right now, so. And there's my cake. Just making some tea to chew it all up. It's gonna be good. Sounds like the rain has finally started. It is hot in here tonight. It was 28 or 29 degrees this afternoon. And I've got the tent all shut up because it's raining and it's very warm in here. So it could be a restless last night's sleep unless the air clears and it cools down, but hard to say. Hoping for sun first thing in the morning. So I'm signing off for the night, and we'll see you packing up tomorrow morning. Well, it was a good week. I made it all by myself, and Aaron came to visit, and that was fun. But so I guess I wasn't all by myself that day, was I? Well, all by myself other than one day. But no, it was a great time, a great visit. The old girl here, my free solo canoe that I put together. It held up really good. I learned a ton of stuff. I learned how to paddle on my own. I learned that I can do it. A very short time ago, like even a couple years ago, I would have never dreamed of doing this by myself. In fact, I remember thinking, I don't think I could ever be out there by myself. But anyway, I am out here by myself, and it was fun. And I heard coyotes again this morning, and I didn't die in a rush of panic. I was able to watch the birds all week. I explored a couple lakes. Really fun. So it was a good time, and looking forward to the next adventure. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.